Have no fear, the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is here. Higgity, have no fear, the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is here. Welcome to the Iron Dome of Disruption. Welcome to the Ziggity Zone of Disruption. My name is Michael Rapaport, a.k.a. the Inflamed Ashkenazi, a.k.a. the Sultan of Sniff, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo, a.k.a. Mr. New York, a.k.a. Mr. 212. You are now rocking with the very, very best I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, coming live and direct from the Gloom Tomb, the OG Gloom Tomb in NYC, the OG Gloom Tomb studio in New York. Beautiful day here in New York. June, it is June. Pride Month. It is Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. I hope everybody has a great, safe Pride Month, especially gays for Palestine, gays for Gaza. I hope you guys have a safe, happy, productive Pride Month. Hey, Pride Month in Israel is awesome. You guys are going to miss out on Pride Month in Israel. But I'll tell you something. Maybe you skip Israel, you go right to the occupied West Bank, and you have Pride Month in Ramallah. That sounds like a good time. Pride Month in Ramallah sounds like a party to me. I will be performing this week, this Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Baltimore at the Port Comedy Club in Baltimore. Michael Rapaport at the Port in Baltimore, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I mentioned on the last episode that there might be a little break with me, the Disruptive Warrior, with me, Michael Rapaport, on social media and even on my beloved I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, which you're either listening to or watching. If you're listening to this I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, know that you could watch this I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast on YouTube. You could watch this episode in glorious 4K on YouTube at Michael Rapaport. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. You think I'm smart? You think I'm not smart? You think I'm right? You think I'm crazy? Am I missing something? You want more of something? Less of something? Let me know. Ask a question. Leave a request. We're doing rant request. Leave a request on my YouTube page at Michael Rapaport. I did not want to record an episode today. I did not want to record this episode today. I didn't want to record the type of episode that I'm going to record right now. I wanted to continue discussing the NBA playoffs. I wanted to continue discussing the heartbreak of the Knicks losing to the Indiana Pacers. I wanted to continue to discuss whether or not Tyrese Halliburton has that it factor, that dislikable it factor, same level of Reggie Miller. I wanted to discuss if these Indiana Pacers have that je ne sais quoi, that dislikable, unlikable quality about them. We know that we don't like Indiana Pacers in general if you're a New York Knicks fan. I wanted to discuss all that. I wanted to discuss my predictions for the NBA Finals, which is the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers. I wanted to discuss the New Jack swing of the NBA. The NBA is in a new era. A new era has been ushered in. The baton has been taken. It hasn't been handed off. It has been taken. It has been shoved. It has been won. It has been dunked on by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Nikola Jokic, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, and a bunch of young guns. Steph, KD, LeBron James. We may never see those guys win another championship. I know it's sad. I didn't want to discuss what I have to discuss today. I wanted to continue basking in my sorrow of the Knicks losing in 6 games to the Indiana Pacers. Yet here we are again. Here we are again. And I know some people are like, well, if you don't want to discuss it, Mike Rapp, why not discuss it? It must be discussed. It must be talked about, because what's going on in the world for Jewish people, what's going on in the world for people that support and believe in the right of the existence of Israel, aka Zionists, is frightening. And I hate to say frightening. I hate to say that I feel a little bit concerned. I don't think I have felt concerned. I don't think I have felt hesitant. I don't think I have felt scared since October 7th. And before I get into Boulder, I want to remind everybody to not forget that there are 58 hostages. 58 hostages remain in Gaza right now. 58 hostages remain in Gaza. 4 of them are American. It is 605 days. 605 days since October 7th. Let us not forget that there are 58 hostages. Israel has been under attack for 605 days, almost every single day for 605 days. Ceasefire or no ceasefire, Israel has been under attack. And there are 58 hostages still in captivity right now. The world is completely flipped upside down. I did not want to record this episode, but here we are, because the other day on a Sunday, on a freedom walk, a Free the Hostages walk, which they take place all over this country. I've been on them. You've seen them, where mostly Jewish people, but really anybody with a brain, will get together in random towns all over this country. And it happens on Sunday. March to Freedom. Freedom Walk. Free the Hostages. Couldn't be more peaceful. Couldn't be more. We're just here to acknowledge and to remind the world that there are hostages still being held. A friend of mine does these walks every Sunday. I know so many people that do these walks in New York. They do them in Connecticut. They do them all over the country. They do them all over the world. Most of them don't get any publicity. They go off without a hitch. But the other day in Boulder, Colorado, a group of elderly people, a group of middle-aged people, a group of younger people, and a group of children were out on their walk to remind and acknowledge the world and themselves that 58 hostages still remain in captivity. And some lunatic, some sick lunatic in Boulder, Colorado. We've all seen the footage. You've all seen the photographs. Allegedly, this sick lunatic, who's an illegal alien, named Mohammed something. Shocking. Shocking that a Free Palestine person is named Mohammed something. This guy's apparently Egyptian. Somehow, some way has snuck into this country illegally on this walk during the middle of a beautiful Sunday in Boulder, Colorado, had Molotov cocktails and threw them at a group of elderly people, children, and just all sorts of regular, peaceful, chill, non-confrontational Jewish people in Boulder, Colorado, and lit them on fire. And of course, after he lit them on fire, and while they were on fire, and while they were burning alive, while they were being burned alive in Boulder, Colorado, what does he say? He says, "Free Palestine." He says, "Free Palestine." And some other rhetoric And they caught this animal. And as of the recording of this I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, this animal has been arrested and charged. He's never going to come out of jail. And we can't forget that the week before in Washington, D.C., at an event at the Israeli embassy, another psychopath showed up from Chicago and in cold blood shot and killed two people, two beautiful young people, one of whom wasn't even Jewish, but he shot and killed them because he thought that they were Jewish. He thought that they were Jewish in cold blood. And what does he scream and yell afterwards? Globalize the Intifada. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. And I cannot fucking believe that this is happening in this country. And I'm being honest, I'm fucking nervous. I'm concerned. It's obvious why I'd be nervous and concerned, because I know I'm on, blast, and I'm out there talking my shit, the way that I talk my shit. But for the first time since October 7th, I am nervous. I am concerned. I'm not just nervous and concerned about my own safety. I am literally nervous and concerned about other Jewish people's safety, about other people who believe in the right for Israel to exist safety, aka Zionist. Let's not forget what a Zionist is. If you believe that Israel has the right to exist as a sovereign nation, then you're a Zionist. I wish they never came up with that fucking word. It sounds so exotic and needs explanation. My wife is freaked out. And we've said, I'm not the only one who said it. Everybody said it. You have to be smart or intelligent, or it's not like some sort of a great observation to know that when this kind of rhetoric, this globalize the Intifada, and I've said it once, I'll say it again. Globalize the Intifada means calling for the attack on Jews, calling for the attack on Zionists. That's what it means when it's being said and sung and chanted and spray painted and chanted and spray painted and sung and screamed over a bullhorn outside of cancer hospitals and college campuses. And you're saying free Palestine this and free Palestine this and genocide this and genocide that and genocide this and genocide that. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? It's been 600 plus days. October 8th, less than 24 hours while the terrorists were still in Israel. Raping, killing, kidnapping, pillaging. In New York, the world's greatest city, people were celebrating it, saying globalize the Intifada, celebrating it. And they've been celebrating it, screaming it, chanting it. What did we think was going to happen? And as horrible, and I hope this isn't misconstrued, as horrible as what happened in Washington, D.C., with the murder of those two young people at the Israeli embassy the other night, and as sick and twisted as somebody setting off and throwing Molotov cocktails at a group of elderly people, one who's a Holocaust survivor. You set a Holocaust survivor on fire in Boulder, Colorado. But as horrible as those things are, and as horrible as the anti-Semitism and the anti-Zionism and the bullying and the fake news and all the stuff that's been going on, I'm surprised there hasn't been more. I'm surprised it hasn't been worse. And I hope that's not taken the wrong way. But What did we think was going to happen? Of course this is going to happen. And of course more things are going to happen. Jews are under attack in the United States? What the fuck is going on here? But the amount of fake news from mainstream news sources, Associated Press, the New York Times, CNN, NBC is wild to me. And you are to blame. CNN, MSNBC, Associated Press, and the rest of you. They report every single thing that comes out of Gaza. And the people that they get the reports, the people they get the information from are terrorists. Since when does anybody believe what a murdering, raping, arsonist, kidnapping, despicable, miserable piece of shit says? But MSNBC, CNN, and the rest of them, if they get a report from a terrorist who rapes, kills, murders, kidnaps, burns people alive, they report it. Just today, just as I'm recording this podcast, Associated Press, there's an account, a fake account, one of these parody accounts. There's a parody account called the Associated Press, but I saw a report from the Associated Press and I had to read it because I was like, it can't happen again today. It can't happen yet again. It said 14 people, mostly women and children, were just killed in an attack that the IDF put out in Gaza. 14 people, mostly women and children. So you know that 14 people were killed. You know that 14 people were unalived. Right? That's pretty simple. 14 people were unalived. But it's mostly women and children. If you know that 14 people were killed, and you're saying it's mostly women and children, who are the rest? Why aren't you reporting the rest? What are the rest? Men? Grown-ups? Hamas? The day before, it was put out that the IDF opened fire at the food lines in Gaza and killed 26 people. And I woke up to a bunch of people that I know saying there's going to be reports of blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And this happened. And it never even happened. And it turns out the IDF has the drone footage. It literally never happened. New York Times, Associated Press, Washington Press, they put all this shit out like it's true. And you wonder why things keep getting ramped up. You wonder why things keep getting amped up. But every single thing that comes out of Gaza, literally every single thing that comes out of Gaza is a lie. Teachers aren't teachers. Hospitals aren't just hospitals. Mosques aren't just mosques. Dads ain't just dads. Civilians aren't just civilians. Playgrounds aren't just playgrounds. Nothing that comes from Gaza is to be believed. The figures that come out of Gaza are from Hamas. They are unverified. The casualty, I'm going to quote my good friend Aviva Klumpus, because for some reason, this still needs to be articulated. This still needs to be stated. This still needs to be spelled out. Casualty figures in Gaza come from Hamas and are unverified and do not distinguish civilians from fighters. Casualty figures in Gaza come from Hamas, are unverified, and do not distinguish civilians from fighters. Casualty figures from Gaza are from Hamas and unverified and do not distinguish civilians from fighters. How many fucking times does it need to be articulated? If Jeffrey Dahmer called you up and said, hey man, I got a great deal on this piece of property, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? I don't listen to killers, murderers. If some rapist came up to you and said, "Hey man, the sky is green, the sky is blue," are you going to believe that? Since when do we believe rapists, murderers, killers, kidnappers, and arsonists? Only from Hamas. Not one good thing has come out of that fucking shithole. Not one good thing in 78 years has come out of that fucking shithole because they do not want Israel. They're obsessed. They have Jewish derangement syndrome, Zionist derangement syndrome. They are obsessed. 78 years of absolutely, positively nothing. And I say that, and I ask that, and people are offended. They go, how could you say that? They've been, fuck these people, man. Fuck these people, because fuck these people. These people try to fuck us, so fuck them. Fuck these people, man. I'm going to say something else. All this anti-Semitism, all this anti-Zionist, all this bullying that's been going on college campuses, the Harvards, the Columbias, the UCLAs, the UPenns, the MITs, and all that stuff. When you get defunded, this is exactly why. When you have the audacity to be on a college campus and say, no Zionists are allowed here, no Zionists are allowed there, and you openly scream and yell and cheer and chant and spray paint and say in a matter-of-fact way that they should globalize the intifada. That's why the campuses are being defunded. And people like Obama, the Squad, Bernie Sanders, Steve Kerr, and all these people that make it seem like this is a Trump situation. This is not a Trump situation. There is a problem in this country. Look what just happened in Paris. There is a problem in this country and it needs to be squelched immediately. Akshav. How many more people do you want gunned down? How many more people do you want set on fire? How many more campuses should be overrun by American citizens and also foreign citizens who got the audacity in New York City? Khalil Muhammad and the rest of you got the audacity to be a visitor in this country, and you're going to say where Zionists are allowed and where they're not allowed? And then when you get put in jail and you don't get to touch and hold your baby, you whine and cry and act like you're a victim? When these college campuses, Harvard, they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to stop it. But if it was happening to any other group of people, tall people, short people, blonde-headed people, red-headed people, green-eyed people, black people, LGBTQ people, Asian people, Hispanic people, if any other group of people were being tormented and threatened with globalize this or globalize that, it would be squelched. And they should be defunded, and they should continue to be defunded. And I'm going to tell you something else, Jewish people, Zionist people. We have stood by, we have spoken out. I'll just say for me, I'll just speak for myself. I ain't no spokesperson. I have spoken out on behalf of Black Lives Matter, George Floyd. I have spoken out on behalf of women's rights. I called Clarence Thomas Uncle Clarence. I've spoken on abortion rights. Every single thing under the sun on social media in the last, 10 years, let's say 10 years, I've spoken out. I put a fucking black square up there like a fucking asshole during Black Lives Matter. Don't you feel like an asshole now for putting up a black square during Black Lives Matter when nobody is coming and saying anything on our behalf? Nobody is coming and saying anything on our behalf. Jewish people, Zionist people, they're not calling, they're not texting, they're not tweeting, they're not leaving comments, they're not DMing, they're not doing shit. And I get asked all the time. I've been speaking all over the country. I've been speaking in Israel, talking to people, meeting people in airports, trains, planes, automobiles for the last, 500 days. I'm out and about all the time. People go, why isn't anyone saying anything? Why don't these people say anything? Why don't those people say anything? Do you feel ignored? Do you feel alienated? Yes, yes, yes. And I have no fucking idea, but I'm telling you something, Jewish people, the cavalry ain't coming. The cavalry is not coming for us. They don't give a fuck. It's sad. It's frustrating. You feel used. You feel manipulated. You feel like a sucker. I feel like it too. I feel like a sucker. I feel used. I feel manipulated, but the cavalry is not coming for us. We are on our own. I don't know why. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not this, that, and the third, but it is what the fuck it is. They are not coming. They don't care. They're not checking for you. They're not checking for me. They're not checking for Jews. They're not checking for Zionists. They're not checking. I saw a post, check up on your Jewish friends. And I said to my friend who posted, I said, who's supposed to be checking up on us? Other Jews? Other Jews don't need to check up on me. I speak to them all the time. But, Black Lives Matter? LGBTQ, any other people, any other group, they ain't checked. I haven't gotten checked up on once. I haven't gotten checked up on once by anybody who's not Jewish in 605 days. Not one fucking time. Not one person has reached out to me in real life. Fuck social media. In real, actual life. It's sad. It's true. It's a hard, dirty, disgusting, bitter pill to swallow. But it is what the fuck it is. All my screaming and yelling for George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. And why do we need to say Black Lives Matter? Because people are treating black people like their lives don't matter. Do Jewish lives matter? Do we need like some group? Do we need a slogan? Do we need to come up with something that it's not okay to say globalize the intifada, attack Jews? You need a slogan for that? You need a hashtag for that? That's not just obvious. That shit's not okay, and nobody's saying nothing. We're on our fucking own. It's sad, but it's true. We are on our own. It is sad, but it is fucking true. Like I said, I'm still in the Knicks lost the Eastern Conference Finals mode. I still want to grovel in my loss as a New York Knicks fan. I got people in my business, in my world saying, yo, if you're not canceled, you're half canceled. You have to stop speaking up on this stuff. I have people saying that to me, real people in my real business saying, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta chill. How could I chill? How could I not say anything when this is happening? When Jews at a peace silent march in Boulder, Colorado, anywhere USA, a group of elderly people and young people and kids are set on fire. And the same day, the mainstream news is promoting and selling that Jews in Israel are committing the worst atrocities. And then it turns out it's not real. I have to say something. I'm sorry. I have to say something. I have to say something. I have to say something. And unfortunately, and I hate admitting, I know it has cost me. It has cost me jobs. It has cost me work. But how could I sleep with myself not saying anything? Especially when I've said so much on everybody else's behalf. There are 58 hostages still in Gaza. Israel is under attack right now. There are 58 hostages still in Gaza. 4 of them are American. I hate just ranting and raving. Like I said, I did not want to do a podcast episode where I'm ranting and raving and Jewish this and Zionist that and hostage this and hostage that. Couldn't even appreciate the Real Housewives of Atlanta last night with all this shit going on. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done. I'm out. If you're in Baltimore, come see me this Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Baltimore at the Port. Tickets are available at michaelrapaportcomedy.com. Also, the Bleach Brothers, Miles Jordan, a.k.a. the Dust Brothers, take me out of here. Take me out of with something real nice. Take me out of with something real loud. But most importantly, end this high-flying, hard-hitting, fully honest I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast with something real funk. It's the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. I'm out.